Today we are going to see the Stotram 16. Brajishnur Bhojanam Bhokta Sahishnur Jagadadija Anagho Vijayo Jeda Vishwayoni Punarvasuhu. Brajishnur. Brajishnur means who is illuminated by himself. Usually when you see something is shining, we always say that it is a reflection of that object from the sun's rays. But Bhagavan is the only power who can illuminate by himself. He doesn't need any other source of illumination. That is, it is not, the Bhagavan is the power who is not borrowing any light from any source. We all are looking at something that is illuminating because of the reflection of sun. Without the sun, we have only other way from the different source. Maybe the light, or maybe the something that gives us reflection for us to see it. In the dark, it is not possible. And if it is a full moon, again we need the reflection from the moon and the stars to see something. But Bhagavan doesn't need that. That is, he is the light of the light that is illuminating any darkness. So he is the source of everything. Bhojanam. Bhojanam literally means the food or something that we consume. But we tell that is, we experience it through the five senses. But there are some emotions that is in our body, that is inside us. So for that, we have to fulfill our emotions. That is, when we are hunger, we have to satisfy the hunger. That is why we are eating the food. In the same way, there are feelings and there is a soul inside. So we have to satisfy the soul. So that is the Bhojanam. That is also called as Maya. Because what happens is, Bhagavan created everybody, but we all sense it through our different five senses. But there is something called the world of object. The field of object is our body. That is, through this field, through our body, we are experiencing all the senses. That is, ear, nose, eyes, mouth and skin. Through touch, through the taste, through the smell, through the sight, and through the hearing thing, we are through listening, and we are taking all the knowledges and we are understanding everything. But there is the world of object called Maya. Maya, through Maya, we learn our inner sense. That is Bhagavan. That's what we say, that soul has to be satisfied. That's what Bhagavan will enjoy. That is only through Bhagavan, trust in Bhagavan. Bhokta. Bhokta means Bhagavan is the power who is the experiencer, who knows everything. So there are three different types of sleep levels that we pass through when we try to go to sleep. One is the waker, that we still remember some of the things that we had in the dream. Next one is dreamer. Dreamer is something that is becoming subconscious. And there is deep sleeper, that is inner conscious. So at that time, we are just said to be bodiless. Only the soul is awakened at the time, and we cannot remember anything once we wake up. That type of three different levels of sleeping is controlled by Bhagavan. And still, through this Maya, Bhagavan is giving us the opportunity of all the happenings to be understood, good or bad. So only the Maya is giving it. Bhagavan cannot come and do everything. He is creating each and everything to make us understand that what is life. Life is beyond what we are thinking of. So Bhagavan is asking us to get that knowledge. Sahishnu. Sahishnu means Bhagavan is patiently suffering. When he sees that his creation is doing some mistake, he is doing some adharma, he cannot tolerate. At that time, the Bhagavan is patiently suffering. But he will be detached from the creation. He cannot have any attachment through any creation. He likes it, he loves it, he wants to come and support, but there will be a kind of detachment. That's why Bhagavan doesn't have a birth or death, because when you are born, you definitely have attachment to living or non-living, and that's why he is called to be the forgiver. However the mistake we do, however fault we do, Bhagavan will always forgive us. Only thing he needs for us is to trust Bhagavan, believe in Bhagavan, and follow dharma. And he is the conqueror. Bhagavan always wins because he is following the dharma. So he wants to show that all the creations should also follow that. It is like Bhagavan is like sun. For example, the sun, the rays of the sun, it is affecting a lot of things, but the sun itself is not affected by any of these affected things. For example, the sun's rays are coming and it is heating up something, maybe the forest fire or something like that, and it is giving food, and it is giving light to everything. But those things, does it affect sun? No. The sun keeps continuously giving us everything, but still it's not changing its direction, or it is not moving, or it is not deviating from anything. It still continues like that. Whatever is happening, it comes to the same position, and we are rotating around the sun, but the sun is not affected by what all happenings we are getting through the sun. So that's what he is the witness. The sun is a witness of the endless reflection that it is given through its rays. But we still are depending on the sun. Without sun, any life cannot exist. Jagadadija. Jag means who had been born, and Adi means beginning, and Jagat means world. That is, in the beginning of the world, who had been born. That is called Hiranyagarbha. So Bhagavan was born as Hiranyagarbha at the beginning of creation. That's why he is called Jagadadija. And there will be a pralayam on every end of the cycle. After the pralayam, Bhagavan is the only power who is capturing all the things that is destroyed during the pralayam, and he is using that to create an entire new thing. So again the cycle continues till the end. Anagha. Agham means sin. Anagha means the power with no sin. So Bhagavan is the only power who does not have any sin, who is not affected by any good or bad, because he himself is the Dharma. Vijaya. Vijaya means it's actually the name of Arjuna. So in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan will say that in Pandavas, I am Arjuna. That is, Bhagavan has been born as Arjuna in the Pandavas to save the Dharma. And he is called the victorious. The power of Bhagavan is always will feel the taste of victory. Why? Because he has the Dharma and he follows this. And he will be the mastery on all the whole universe. Jeda. Jeda means one who is victorious in everything. And it is said that Bhagavan is the only power who has not tasted any defeat or failure. And it is all because of the truth, the power of truth. Vishwa Yoni. Vishwa means universe. Yoni means the person or the source who is the reason for the universe. That is Bhagavan. That's why he is called Vishwa Yoni. Punar Vasu. Punar means repetition, again and again. Vasu. Vasu means like the bodies. Bhagavan is creating each and every body, and he will be there in each and every creation, inside our body as a soul. So Bhagavan is inside us. Only thing we should realize it. That's why Punarvasu, he has been given rebirth through us. And it is like the light. If there is a lamp, and if you take one candle or another lamp and take the light, this light, the original light, will be the same. It will not be reduced, but it will give innumerable light to others. You can take the light and light one candle or another lamp. Then with that light you can use to light many candles or lamps, but still the original lamp light will not be reduced. The same way Bhagavan is the power. He will be there in all the creations. That doesn't mean that he is reducing. He will be still as the most powerful, but he is trying to create and make the universe a beautiful place. Only thing we should realize that power. So then we will follow the dharma and attain the moksha. So here we are seeing Brajishnur, Bhojanam, Bhokta, Sahishnu, Jagadadija, Anagha, Vijaya, Jeda, Vishwayoni, Punarvasu. So 10 names we are seeing here, and we will be done with 150 names of Bhagavan. So Stotram 16 is Brajishnur Bhojanam Bhokta Sahishnur Jagadadijaha Anako Vijayo Jeda Vishwayoni Punarvasuhu.